Did you know that the world's data has tripled since 2020? It has resulted in creating 93 million new job opportunities according to World Economic Forum's report. Now, what does this mean and what is going to happen in the world of data, data science, data analytics and AI? Let me break it down this for you. Hi everyone, my name is Anirudh Kalbande. I am founder and CEO of Fireblaze AI School, and in last 8 years, we have helped thousands of learners to land their dream job in the tech domain. Let us break this down step by step and understand what this hype is all about and how you can land one job out of this 93 million job offers. Boom! Now, what is data analytics? Data analytics is nothing but making sense out of the entire data. Let us take example of these trending companies like Zepto, Blinkit, BigBasket. Now, everyone might have ordered something or the other from these quick commerce websites. At the end, when you order, have you noticed that they charge you some kind of handling fees, cash handling fee, or delivery fees? Now, these are random. These are not fixed. Now, how are these calculated? These are calculated on the basis of the time which you take to process your order. Once you have added down everything in your cart and the time you take to validate everything and hit that purchase now button or deliver now button, the time which you take to click that final order button decides which category or which bucket of audience you are put across. And that bucket is being charged differently. If you are the one who would quickly order, you are not even seeing the delivery charges. So you will be charged the most. If you are the one which you are adding everything, keeping your order in the bucket, in the cart, and then moving on to the next app, doing the same thing and checking the price, then this means that you are comparing with the competitors. You are comparing and checking the final price of the same product in all the other applications. So means you are very price conscious, and then chances are the next time your fees would be little lower. Now, all of this is not manually done by any Aladdin or genie sitting behind the machine and tracking everything. This is being done by the professional data scientists and data analysts by analyzing customer behaviors. And this is not just in quick commerce. This is being done across Flipkart, Myntra, Zomato, Amazon, every other quick commerce domains and food delivery apps. And even in healthcare and large insurance companies as well work pretty much in the same fashion. Now you can imagine since 2015, since 2020, in the last 10 years, this industry has changed tremendously. We were consuming 1 GB of data in an entire month. And now the average consumption is around 2.7 GBs across all Indians. Now this data is being consumed in the form of data streamed on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hotstar. Now you have recently seen the acquisition news of Hotstar by the Reliance Jio Group as well. Now why have all of these sudden changes in streaming platforms happening? Because that's where the media is moving. No one uses the UCN or the cable connections which they have. No one uses the Dish TV or the Tata dishes nowadays. Everyone watches everything either on YouTube or on streaming platforms. So that's where the commercials, the advertisement industry is moving. That's where all of us are having our eyeballs. And that's where advertisers want to be. And that's how these big infrastructural or IT companies want to have their hold on. And how would these companies work? How does Netflix suggest the best relevant movie according to our genre? And that's due to, again, data analysis and data science. One of the genre in this is nothing but movie recommendations, product recommendations. When you buy a small or any mobile phone, a proper good recommendation according to the color of the mobile phone, the specification is being recommended right below where you buy. And I mean, if you are buying a fancy color mobile phone, it will suggest you a transparent color of the cover. How is this possible? Because this has been seen in the previous trends. So depending on what kind of past data is and analyzing that trend is what the data analyst people do. Now for this, lot of different kind of skill sets are being required. You just not need to be like an AI engineer or just a person with basics of knowledge of SQL or Excel or Python. You need to master them because nowadays the competition is rising in this domain. Lot of things are changing due to AI. So you just need not be good and proficient in Python. You should also know how to optimize your code and your dashboards and your prompts using different generative AI tools. So that's what we do in this program, which is postgraduate program certified by NASSCOM. Now, what is NASSCOM? Let me tell you. NASSCOM is nothing but National Association of Service and Software Companies. It is an arm which is powered by Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. They have decided and fixed some NOSes. What are NOSes? National Occupation Standards. So every job designation is being categorized and important skill sets which are being required for a particular job role are being classified. And according to those classified skill sets, which are indeed called as NOSes, those are being checked in a particular course. So our particular course, PGP DSA, is being classified under NOSes and it complies around 7 NOSes by the NASSCOM. So at the end of it, you need to give an exam which then certifies you that you are certified by NASSCOM and your certificate holds a value across all industries because it is again related to the national certification standards. Now, what do we cover in this course? We start from very foundations. Every industry, you name an industry and it will store its data in some or the other form in Excel. It could be a Google Sheet or it could be a Microsoft Excel. Every industry uses that because that is the foundational tool to store the data, and that's where you can analyze the data as well. So first you need to understand what structured data, unstructured data is. Structured data is something which is divided into rows and columns. It could be anything, like it could be monthly sales, January, February, March, April, sales amount. It could be different expenses which you can yourself do, like date, your expense category, and the amount which you have spent. You could just store this in a structured fashion, and that data would be called as a structured data. Similarly, there is unstructured data as well. And what is this? This is nothing but an image, video, voice, text. All of it which is not stored in a tabular form. Now, to make sense of this, you need smarter tools. And that's what AI and ML does. But to make sense of structured data, you need simplified tools. You need tools such as Excel, SQL. Now, what is SQL? SQL is nothing but structured query language. Once your data becomes huge, you want infrastructure structure to store it in a database. Now, what's database? Database is nothing but a complex form of Excel sheet. Imagine 3-4 different Excel sheets connected together, and that's what is a database. One data sheet could be of, say, employees data. Another database could be of employees attendance. Another database could be of sales. Another database could be of invoices. And like this, you can have 10, 20, hundreds of different databases connected together. And that would be needed to be analyzed. And that analysis could be done simply using different retrieval and fetching, updating techniques. And for that, we make use of SQL. So first, at the preliminary stage, you work on Excel sheets, which will hold the data for you, which will summarize the data for you, where you can as well make basic amount of graphs and do some preliminary analysis. Once data is huge, you want it to be connected to a mobile app or a website or a web application, you store your data in the database. And from there, if you want to fetch, retrieve, delete, update, do anything to your data in the database, you need to know SQL. So you should be master in it. You should know how to merge different tables. You should know how to apply different filters so that while you are fetching the data through database, it should be handed to you, right? And once that is done, you want wonderful dashboards or presentations to be created for storytelling to the stakeholders, because the managers, the founders, the VPs won't be coming, writing a query, and then fetching all of these data sets. They will be willing to see a dashboard where they could just click some buttons and would get idea about the entire data which is there, which you have stored in your database. So for that, there are different visualization tools in the industry, out of which the most popular, which the most of the recruiters want, is Power BI. So in Power BI, you will be understanding how to master all of these data driven dashboards, how to create wonderful storytelling dashboards, right? And the core important part over here is connecting your Excel sheet to Power BI, connecting your database to Power BI, and then creating a wonderful dashboard around it. Now, dashboard is nothing but it would have different KPIs, key performance indicator. Now, what are they? How are they relevant to different industries? Everything would be taught to you in this particular program. So once you master all of these skill sets, my friend, you are ready to dive in the world of data analytics. Then you just need to get your logical ability, connect the dots between the industry, the tools, and perform your magic. And that's what would make your recruiters happy. But how will the recruiters know that you are the choice which they should hire? For that, you will have to create wonderful, exceptional portfolio. And we'll be guiding you in that using our placement assistant techniques or our career-driven session, wherein we'll prepare you to create resume, wherein we'll prepare you to articulate your LinkedIn profile, wherein we'll also teach you how to give presentations like a professional, how to communicate in the easiest manner so that everyone can understand the knowledge which you possess, and then in the end, how to show your Capstone project. So once you learn all of this and the tools which are required for performing data science part as well, which are nothing but Python, statistics, and machine learning. Now, once you understand what data analysis is, you also need to forecast, because a lot of industries now are demanding forecasting technique, predictive modeling techniques, and that's what you can do using Python, machine learning, and empowering that with statistical knowledge. So this combined to our placement services, you will be the choice which the recruiters want. Joining everything, the knowledge, you will be a ready industrial professional, right to be hired. And the most important part, at the end of the curriculum, once you are certified, you will be recognized with this degree, with this certification provided by NASSCOM and Fireblaze. And then the real part would start. What's the real part? Getting you connected with the job opportunities relevant to your profile with the industry recruiters. There are a lot of the industries which are hiring at Fireblaze. And what happens next, we'll try to understand that. Now, there are various different job of your dreams. Thank you so much for listening, everyone.